Alright, Shalom. This is Hara 1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, and Shalom to you, Akim, and Agwathim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. This is going to be a quick video dealing with a little understanding, man. And it shows more reason why we have elders. All right. In fact, let me start off, man, with this one. Matter of fact, since the spirit on me real quick. This is a video about Sakari and Al-Azhar, Sakari, the camp out in Philly. That's my hometown, South Philly, but I don't know what part of Philly they were in. But they were in Philly. And they were out there to confront some church that were allegedly having, that they believed that was, Sakari and them believed that this church, the Christian church, was having a conference about them. So they went out there to confront them and stood in front of their church. The police rolled up and, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. All right, because this is why we have elders, man, for this type of situation. This is Hebrews 13:17. Obey them that have the rule over you, meaning the ones that were here before us, all right? And that are sincere in this truth and that are worthy of giving double honors to, which starts with elder apostle Tahar and down, all right, to the sincere elders under him, all right? Obey them that have the rule over you and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, man. See that? People like Elder Apostle Tahar, man, he put it out years ago, well, at least a few years ago. He said, yo, stop dealing with these churches. They come up to you. He was saying even more recently, they call them wacky-tacky Christians, and it's not even worth it, man. If they come up to you and they debate, it's fun to debate. I like to go back and forth, with the scriptures and slice them up in battle. But at this point, it's not even worth going to their churches, confronting them, going all over America, standing in front of every church. Then we had to stand in front of every mosque. Then we had to stand in front of every Catholic church. Then we had to stand in front of every temple that these Khazars got. Then we had to stand in front of every Masonic temple. Then we had to, you get what I'm saying? It would be endless. That's why the Lord said, just go out to the streets and teach in the public. That's the focus, the public arena. Now, churches are considered private. It's not public. So they have a certain line district around their church and their properties that they own. So it don't have to be just the church. It can be the properties that they own around the church, to which their congregation may have to commute back and forth to, walk into their cars. So they consider that still church property, but it's mingled in with the public property. So there's a battle between a person's First Amendment right to speech, free speech and such, right? Now, there's a case law out there, I think it's Snyder versus Church. All right. Going back to like 2008 or so, I could be wrong, but it's in the 2000s. And the guy lost. He kind of won, but they told him he had to stand 1,000 feet away from the church and its properties. At first, they told him he had to stand 5,000 feet away because he was out there protesting against the church, how they was treating them and things like that. And he'll be out there when they open and when they close, And he had a weapon on him. And so that was part of the case too. If you look it up, it's called Church versus Snyder. Now, we all know that Sakari is known to have a weapon on him when they're out there teaching. Not snitching or nothing, but they put it out there anyway. They boldly put it out there. Feel as though they're standing up for their rights here in America, which they're taking away the rights, man, But anyway, so you're gonna hear this cop mention that, like, yo, and it was told to us that y'all are packing some firearms over here. See that? See, if we go out and teach, we known for just having scriptures, like a sage. A sage, if you look up the word sage, S-A-G-E, a sage is known for just being known for knowledge. That's it, being known for wisdom and knowledge. They might have, the sages of the world, they like false prophets and they have the worldly wisdom and knowledge. But we're considered like a sage to where we're known for our knowledge and our wisdom. That's it for the scriptures. Not sitting out there protesting rights with pistols on us and all that. Well, that's how you're going to be approached by the police and or even other gang members or whoever. They're going to meet fire with fire instead of try to battle word for word. You know what I mean? That's what we're out here to do, to enter an intellectual arena of battle, spiritual battle. Presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, man. You know, should we go out here and just be treated any kind of way? No. But you should obey the laws of the land. This cop was trying to reason with him, man, and you can see how stubborn this guy, I think it's Al-Azhar, was being. It shows it, man. He was trying to be right. And the cop was like, yo, look, you can keep your rights, man. You can speak, free speech, but you got to do it over here. You can't be in front of their building blasting off your message to their congregation and at them with confrontation, possibly having weapons on you. In a gun-riddled, bullet-riddled city such as Philadelphia right now, the high tensions they got right now going on. You know, so he hey man, I don't know what they do over there in the, what they say, the West Coast, but on the East Coast, man, they strict, especially in New York or Philadelphia right now. Shit, I think they even still got stop and frisk up there, which is against the law. So, you know, so when you out there teaching, you gotta be what? That's why the Lord said this, man. Let me get that. The Lord said, Matthew 10:16, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. He didn't say I send you forth as a wolf or a gorilla. He said I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves, man. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Yeah, it's good to know the laws, and that's what you know. Sakari was trying to stand up for the laws that we have in America, the Constitution, which is really Indian or Gadite law. You know, it was really put in place by the Gadites. But I mean, you know, we have as much rights as the cops allow. The only sovereigns are the police. You know what I mean? And, you know, of course, under Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I'm saying, but the laws of the land, if a cop want to be a tyrant, he can just say, hey, you got to deal with it in court. I'm about to lock you up, tase you, shoot you, whatever. They might not care about their losing their protection, you know? So I think it's qualified immunity. That's what cops have. They have qualified immunity, meaning if you try to sue them, the courts and the government will pay that. But if it's the cop's fault and he breaks the law and goes against your rights, that officer loses their qualified immunity, to which they will have to pay for whatever the lawsuit is. They will lose their what you call that shit they be into, 401k, pension, you know, all these different things. They had to pay all of it. All right. So, yeah, we do have the rights in America, but you still have to, if the cop's saying, yo, just stand over here, man, and he like, yo, I'm not asking you, this is an order. All right, cool. You don't want to do it? Now watch that. You don't want to do it? Okay, cool. Well, we also heard you had firearms on you. It's like, yo. So look, I'm going to play the video. That's what the Lord said. Be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. You know? Don't try to go out here confronting churches. And we confronted a church down here one time, and they called the police on us, which, you know, it's cool. we know that's gonna happen, but we stood in the parking lot, like away from not even on the grounds of the parking lot, but like on the concrete outside of their parking lot, because we knew that they own that parking lot too. We know parking lot is public. If you're out there to, if we wanted to just speak, but during church, you're gonna run into some problems, man. During church, you're gonna run into some problems trying to be on their property, teaching your message, which is our message of the truth. But our message is definitely combative. It's true, man. We're wrestling against these people. So we ain't supposed to have firearms and sitting out there like, yeah, come outside, pastor. You say you talking trash about, who cares, man? We nobody. We're here to do the Lord's work. That's why the scriptures say pride was not made for man. And they still out there teaching with hats on. I got my head uncovered. I got a headband on. But he's still out there teaching with baseball caps on. Why? Because it shows that they were being prideful, rebelling against the elders, man. And people like Elder Apostle Tahar, he said it clearly. Don't go out in front of these churches. It ain't worth it. Why? Because of shit like this. It's better to just teach up the street. And guess what the cop told him? Teach up the street. He still didn't want to do it. So, I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to get a scripture. But he told us, he said, Elder Apostle Tahar put it out there. But people like Sakar, they're not listening to GMS and elders of GMS no more. I'm sure, unless they listening to try to cut them or go against them. So, we listen for the guidance. All right? People that have the Elder Apostle Tahar, they've been in Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Ryan Lab, Elder Apostle Rakar, all right, Elder Tazayawan and such, right? They've been there, just like your big brothers. They were here before you, so they know. Like, all right, yeah, the time is, you don't want to be going to those churches. It ain't worth it. Just go out and teach the message, and the Lord gonna send the elect. That's right. It's all about the elect. That's what it's about. That's what we're out here to do. Alright, so I'm going to play this, man. Check it out. And you're going to hear everything I was just saying. I'm going to pause it in between.
This is Adversary Christian Church.
No, with me.
So-called Prophet Karn, I talked to him and two other
Christians
in the debate about the Trinity. So it was Prophet Karn and this dude, I'm not going to put his name out there, right? But so Prophet Karn, false Prophet Karn, they're having a joint debate against me. He ends up allegedly...
I don't even know if it's alleged at this point, but we'll say alleged for safety.
Yeah. Allegedly received an oral favor from his...
Them cops see through that shit. They know if anything go down, they out there also for confrontation, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, if it ain't no problem, it ain't no problem. They know, you can see clearly if something, them church folks like, yo, what the hell these thugs doing out in front of the church? That's how you look, man. It's Philly. That's how you look right now. You gotta do this shit right, man. I would teach on Broad Street. I would go in front of Temple, but I would stand by the subway. I wouldn't stand in front of the school. Because it's gonna interrupt the message. The cops gonna show up, they're gonna say move. Well, we teach down here at the parks in Florida. So you gotta know the laws of the land. Well, we teach at the little parks and shit. We try to go to parks because you have less issues, you know what I mean? And you get more traffic like that sometimes out here in Florida, in Jacksonville. All right, because the streets are so scattered. You'll be on the street and you don't get no traffic. So it's better to go to like parks where people like to go in circles and walk around. But the thing is, if somebody's sitting at a bench like right next to you, and they playing chess or something like that, and there's a bunch of group of people sitting there, the cops could literally come and tell you to move because you're forcing your message on those people. Because they're sitting in place, they can't move and walk away, which they can get up and walk away, but it's a place where it's a gathering place. So the cops gonna tell you to move. And you're like, no, I'm standing here. It ain't worth it. Go, just move. Just move, man. See, that's that pride, man. And it shows, even with the hats, the baseball hats. So yeah, man, you gotta obey the laws of the land. Listen to your elders, man. It'll keep you out of trouble. It'll keep you from wasting your damn time. Keep you from certain hassles. Yeah, we're gonna go through affliction and persecution, but we don't have to bring it upon our damn self either.
What's going on? I'm in charge.
All right, can I have a conversation with you?
Of course.
What's going on? I don't understand what you're protesting about.
I mean, we're not exactly protesting. We're just out here reading the Bible. That's all we're doing. You know, invoking our First Amendment right. That's all.
All right. Well, first things first. Well, I'm just going to ask you to move away from the front of those steps.
Okay.
You want to be able
It's Philly. He gonna get this. That's Philly, man. Philly. That's Philly. Different energy up there, man. They gonna get straight to the point. Look, I ain't gonna beat around the bush with you. You gotta get from front of the door. Look how. See. Just listen.
Browns right out here.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna read this. It says, "Obey them." Hebrews 13:17. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves. Man, you should have submitted to the elders of GMS and listen, because they'll still be listening. And what they say, don't go into these churches. You know, it ain't worth it. If we can go near the church, that's what the cop's saying. Go up the street. Go right here. You can go a few feet over. 20 feet that way. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. All right, so if you don't listen, it's going to be unprofitable for you at the end of the day. You know, leading the brothers, leading that camp into trouble and drama. So check it out.
No problem.
Okay.
But we can't block the ingress and egress of the building.
Okay. Are we? So, how exactly far? Because I'm seeing
by
the steps.
law, you have to be at least 20 feet from the doors. So you figure this is minimum. Like you'd be standing in the driveway. So I just ask you to come right over here in this area. No problem at all.
He said, he said from here and here, you like in the walkway of their shit. So if you're doing freedom of press, that's different, because you don't have a message, you just recording. You can stand where you want in front of the business and all that. But you can't stand like in the doorway. You know, you can stand in the walkway on the public concrete. But if you got a message, you can't sit there and blast your message to the people coming out the door. I can't sit there and sell products to people coming out of their door. You know, it's like a message. It's a protest. So you got to stand what? He said, not right here. He said, but right here. He didn't even point far. He said like 20 feet that way. 20 feet ain't that much. The voice projects pretty far. Just do it, man. It's like, yo, what the hell, man? See? That's what, see? Hard head make a soft ass. Look, Matthew 5:25, man. Agree with thine adversary quickly, just to get it over with, man. As long as it's like not infringing on your rights. He wasn't infringing on Sakari's rights right here. I'm saying Sakari meaning like the whole camp. It's not just about this guy Alizar. It is when he's leading them astray. But the miseducation of a leader will lead a whole army astray. So, you know, so it lead them into trouble. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, to the bailiff or whoever, and thou be cast into prison for just some dumb shit. You know, cause then they're gonna start doing what? Fishing, looking around for shit, see if you got weapons on you. Especially if you're a camp that's like all about weapons and shit, and bulletproof vests and shit like that. Well, that's what they known for. So that's what the cops gonna mention. Watch. But yeah, agree with that adversary quickly. Or the cop might say, you know what, you're getting on my damn nerves. This is too hard for me to figure out. I'll get a supervisor, but if the suit come out and he say, yo, look, move over. You can keep your free speech, but do it right here. You're confronting these people and they don't have safe passage to just walk past y'all and just You know, it'll bug them out. But the police shouldn't be about feelings, but by law, I'm not gonna stand in front of a church building and just blast on everybody with my message. It just don't make sense anyway. I wouldn't want that for my family coming out of a store and somebody sitting there pushing some message on anybody. Which this message they need to hear, but still, you know, it got to be done wisely, man. You just go a few feet over, project your voice, and you can yell as loud as you want. Even sound aggressive if you want. But nah, he wants to stand right in front of the church. 10 toes down, right? Nonsense, man.
Or it's 20 feet away from here. It's more than 20 feet.
Yeah,
You said the door.
Come on, let's not split hair. The steps are the entrance, right?
Okay.
That leads to the door.
Okay.
So from the steps, 20 feet.
Are we impeding anybody's entrance of the building?
That's why you have to move 20 feet. Because you're not allowed to
No,
impede
that's
the
what-
entrance of the building.
I'm with you. So I'd like to understand.
Tell him, like, yo, yeah, y'all look like a gang out here in front of the damn building. And you're here to deal with that church. You're basically confronting the church. You got to move over, man. So, agree with that adversary quickly, man. Your point would have been made. Just go up the street. I don't know if he moved over, but all this didn't need to be. He could have said, all right, officer, you want me to move over where? Cool, I'm going to get him from here. You know, but why even go out there to confront the damn church? It ain't worth it. You can confront them online. You don't have to do all that nowadays. See that? That just like what's the dude named Zabak? They got the pull-up boys. What the fuck? Pull-up boys, you know. So check it out.
And how we are impeding anybody's entrance of the building.
Well,
There's
a large crowd.
We're not literally. There's a whole pathway for people
Well,
to
it's a
walk
large
in.
crowd. He said, how are we
Against-
impeding the building? You got a large. He said, you got a large crowd with you, man. You like a damn gang out here. Especially the way they dressed. I here with baseball caps on. You don't like no prophets, man. Teaching with hoodies on. Yo, man, these people's crazy, man. And they still feel like they right, you know, for what they doing. And you see the cop said, yo, stop splitting hairs, man. Splitting hairs means that you being petty. Just listen to what I'm saying to you and just move over.
It's not splitting hairs in matters of the law. In matters of impending on somebody's First Amendment. That's not splitting hairs.
Well,
I have a First
You have a
Amendment.
right to, if you want to assemble, assemble.
You're right.
But you're not allowed to assemble in the front of the doors, which is why I'm asking you all move 20 feet away from the doors, minimum.
I'm not allowed to assemble in front. I'm not allowed to block people's entrance, block people's pathway. I'm not blocking anybody's pathway or anybody's
20 feet
access
away.
to the building.
20 feet. I'm not asking on something on I'm asking 20 feet. That's by law. That's not something that I'm just pulling out of the air.
Can I see the law?
Look it up on your phone.
I mean, you're the officer
I
of the
don't
law.
have. What do you think? We walk around with
I
books?
don't know how that works. So all I'm saying is because I don't understand how if I'm not impeding.
Civil affairs is going to end up coming out here. Probably. Are any of you guys, like, one of the things that was said to me is somebody's packing.
Packing?
And civil affairs is going to end up coming out here. Probably. Are any of you guys, like, one of the things that was said to me is somebody's packing.
Packing?
Look, bro, man, just shut the hell up. That's when you shut. Whoop. Look, you said move over where, officer? Right here. Got you. Hey, come on, Camp. Let's go. Thank you. You have a nice day. You're dismissed, officer. Yo, man, he said, yo, look, what's going to happen is the civil's going to come out here. Listen, we were told that somebody's packing over here. Who you think told them? That church, the church, like, yo, they probably watch the car videos and them, man. And this is unfortunate that it happened to them brothers, but I'm just saying, hard head make a soft ass, man. Being hard headed, stubborn, and it's showing. even in the baseball caps and the way they treated the elders, teaching out there with hoodies on, pulling up in front of somebody's building, you know, squad deep. The officer trying to work with him. He even being patient, talking to him, and he like, nah. What? He like, yo, what's gonna happen is civil gonna come out here. I don't know, buddy look Italian, that officer. He could be, but it's a lot of Italians in South Philly. I don't know if he's in South Philly. I don't think he would go to North Philly. The church, I don't know what church he's at, but yeah, that cop talking like a South Philadelphian, like he from the top one of them Italians. So
Weapons out here?
Not that I know. All I see with weapons is their security.
Are any of you guys, like, one of the things that was said to me is somebody's packing.
Packing?
Are there any weapons out here?
Not that I know. All I see with weapons is their security. That's the weapons I see.
Whose?
The security of this building. Yeah. That's who's got weapons on.
It's not that they don't want to.
Okay. All right, so these gentlemen over here are part of the church, is that what you're saying?
The security over there, yeah, they're a part of the church.
No, down there. But what about these
Down
guys
there.
here?
These guys,
The ones in front of
these guys are with us.
No,
Well, no.
with you,
Hold on.
right?
No, anybody in front of the steps is not with us. No.
Okay.
So the gentleman in the gray jacket is on.
He's not with us. No.
Okay.
Which is why there was always going against Christ.
And
That's what they put it on.
I don't get it because they're just trying to do something good here. They're talking about how to de-escalate things, and you don't like that?
Who's talking about how to de-escalate?
That's what I was.
cop like, yo,
that's
I don't
not-
get it.
I
Yo, the cop saying, look, yo, I don't get it. Same way Elder Apostle Tahar was like, yo, I don't get it with these brothers. He talked to Sakari Al-Azhar face to face. He was doing the same thing, but saying no in his damn head, disagreeing with you. That's what Hillary Clinton do. So yeah, man. Look, this is the officer like, yo, I don't get it. The church ain't even asking them to really do anything. They just saying they trying to bring peace to the situation, and you're not with that. I thought you was a prophet. That you're not with just moving over so you can teach, and then let them keep their service going, and you can teach like a few feet over. You're not with that to bring balance to the situation, because that's why the officer is there to keep the peace and then bounce. But they're gonna defend the one that called them. So, you know, so they would be smart if Al-Azhar and them didn't have weapons on them, because this cop in the back like he ready. All that tough shit go out the window, you know. Jake, man.
don't get it because they're just trying to do something good here. They're talking about how to de-escalate things, and you don't like that?
Who's talking about how to de-escalate things?
That's what I was.
That's not what they're actually having a meeting about us.
About you.
Yes. Part of the topic of the meeting is actually about us. So all we did.
What is us? I don't understand.
Us is a theological movement.
Yeah, I love Philly, man. He said, "You don't like that? You don't like that, buddy? Huh?" He said, "Us is a theological movement. No, us is a Sakari. That's what you should have said. Who's us, Sakari? Don't try to bring everybody into it. Don't try to bring us into it. Us as a theological movement. No, Sakari. That's what you should have said right there. Who's us?"
It's a theological movement.
Conference with like a couple different states. They got like speakers coming from all over. It's a conference, so I don't think this conference is based upon you guys. I'm with the AV company, bro.
Right. So this guy came out from the church, I think, and he's part of the conference they're having inside. He came out saying that they're not in there talking about Sakari now. They're not even talking about Israelites at all. So, you know, I don't know if he mentioned them, if they mentioned them before or whatnot. But yeah, see, drama, man. It'd be better just to move over and teach, or go there, enjoy Philadelphia for what it's worth, and teach in different parts of the city. You'll have a more of an effect on the city and the people instead of going out in front of a church. You can go anywhere. Broad Street, Market Street, 52nd Street. You can go anywhere. 30th Street train station, 15th Street, South Street. You can go anywhere. You have more of an effect. Broad Street near Lehigh or North Philly. Right? You can go anywhere. Point Breeze. Wherever you go, you can have way more of an effect in public and just teaching instead of sitting here dealing with these damn cops and dealing with that little tiny ass church. Our message is to what? Our weapons of warfare are not carnal, and to fight the good fight of faith, man. To try to find our people that believe, the elect. That's it. Fishing for the elect. Casting down imaginations. And every high thing that exalteth itself against the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai. But you can cast it down from a distance, like King David did with Goliath, with the stone. One had to be in front of the church. This is spiritual, so we can battle their message in the minds of the people. That's the battleground, the mind. So we don't need to be in front of no damn church. All we gotta do is be on the internet, be visible when we're teaching out in the streets.
And we came and we set all the gear up from start to finish in 2 days and the senior rehearsal from top to bottom. And there's nothing in there they talking about Israelites, bro. They're not even coming for you guys. But to be always godly and if you a man of God, these people trying to be men of God and you a true man of God, you want to come to a place that where they trying to be,
Last time I checked, I was talking to the Philadelphia police sergeant. I don't know who you are, and your opinion isn't valued here. Your opinion isn't valued here, sir. At all.
I'll take it from here, bro. I'll take God, they live in the honorable way of the kingdom. And that's not the way the kingdom operates, bro. I'm just saying, bro, you know the kingdom. That's not how the kingdom operates, bro.
So exactly what is it that you're looking to accomplish? Because like I said, we're going to have to move away from the front of the door. That's the one thing and then we can finish our conversation.
To move, especially not trying to hear that dude talk. Like your opinion doesn't matter. Dude said, "Yo, we not in here talking about you. You don't seem like a." He didn't say he wasn't. He like, if you're a spiritual man, you wouldn't have came all the way out here and stood in front of this church. Now that Christian demon, he probably was on some love shit. You're supposed to be about love, but also deals with wisdom. You're supposed to be wiser than that. Especially being a leader of a camp, a big camp too. You're supposed to be wiser than to pull up in front of a damn church and deal with all this nonsense and tomfoolery when it stalling the message. He should have moved up the street and just taught his message. And now the cop looking at him like, yo, you ain't want to hear? Oh yeah, you got to move. He said your opinion is not valued. Nobody's opinion is valued with Sakari and them, man. They don't want to hear nothing,
But we are going to have to do that.
Okay.
We're going to move at least 20 feet, so whatever one of your people, they want to start from where you're at, this way, 100%.
So we can start from here.
Yeah.
But we don't want to block.
Just have all these people here, right? Come over here so that there's open access to the front of the building.
Okay, so
he's trying to find a way to control the situation, bro. You don't have no control over that shit right now. I don't care how much these dudes looking at him like some gorilla Hebrew and all this mess, and gorilla with them police. You gonna move, bro. Them feet need to start moving instead of your lips. Instead of lip service. You need to show that footwork. Start moving. He said, look, you see the cop doing this? Like, all right, he start moving, man. And they all sitting there like, yo, bro, y'all need to start moving too. So. Ain't no so. Move up the street.
what if we can do this, right? What if I can just move everybody here? We see here that, so we don't, number one, my concern is of course the driveway. We don't want to block the driveway. So what if we just kind of condense this, get over here? I don't want to go all the way over there.
No, I'm not talking that way.
No, I'm saying even.
I got this. All right? Thank you.
Appreciate you, Sarge. But I'm saying if we can just, like you said, from where I am, right? What if I can box most of us into something square here?
I'm just saying,
and not be so, not take up so much space.
Let's just start by just having everybody just move over. If we want to try to condense after we move over, that's fine.
I'm
But
just,
let's just move over.
just like,
Let's just start there. This is just a small beginning.
yes sir, yes sir,
Let's have that.
yes sir. Bataki, son Bataki. Just scoot it. We just gonna crunch in a little bit, y'all. We just gonna crunch in.
Everybody from this guy down on this side.
I'm just trying.
Opposite side of him.
I know. I'm trying.
Now let's take another step. Move over a little further.
Right there. You gotta go right there in his hip.
Who does? I know. Listen, I didn't. I had no idea that. I'm not saying it's wrong. I don't. You know.
It
Listen.
doesn't matter. This is a concealed carry city, right? This is a class 1A. Okay, but technically speaking, I can verify it.
You can verify that.
Okay, I can verify it.
We can do that.
I can detain him, verify it, and then give it back. I'm not looking to do that. I'm not looking to
I'm with you.
create any
Let's
issues
just.
out here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
See that? He saw the gun on him, man. We're not supposed to be out there with that. It caused, bro, look at what it's causing. Look at this shit, man. I don't care what they got to say, man. They're not doing this right. You're not handling it right. They're not out there correctly. You know, if you really believe the Most High with you, you ain't gonna be out there with no gun, man. I mean, come on, man. You're not gonna be out there teaching with no gun. It just don't make sense. The cop like, yo, this is not an open carry city, bro. He like, this is an open carry country, though. Yeah, but Philly. I forgot where they from. Where is he from, man? They think they from the West Coast? I think you can open carry out there. I'm not sure, but I know Philly is like a small Cali, man. But the rules is different in Philly, man. Every time I go there, I get pulled over, guaranteed. It's gonna happen. I got pulled over like 3 times in one day before. I was walking up the street, and the cops just gripped me the hell up when I got to the end of the corner. I was just walking, and a crackhead was across the street walking the other way. I'm just walking. I ain't even see the base, but I'm just walking. But the street's so narrow. She's going this way, I'm going this way. I don't even know her. So I get to the corner, they jump out on me. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All kind of cars. Just pull me, grip me up on the car. And they said, what did you give to that lady? I was like, what? Yo, look, I live down in Florida now, man. I'm up here to see my family. So they do that, man. That's what Philly's different, man. Philly's different. The mindset of the police, too. You know? So you got to know the laws, man. You got to know the people, you know, when you're moving around to these different cities so you know what's going on. And open carry is different in different states. You know? Like even for instance, if somebody had a firearm, which I don't have one in here, right, you know, but if somebody had a firearm and they got a concealed carry license, concealed, meaning not supposed to be visible, but then the cop pulls you over and you got it sitting between you and your seat, you know, on the side and in the holster, and it's holstered, people say it's concealed. No, that's called concealed. That's called open carry as well. So you're supposed to have it between your middle console in there, or in the glove compartment, or on your person. But to go to Philly and say, I'm an open carry, nah, man. You're going to get harassed. You're going to get harassed. You're going to get put through the ringer. And by the time you get done, you're going to be exhausted dealing with that shit. So he lucky this cop is like taking it easy, but the way Alizar handling it, that cop going, hey man, civil might have to come out here and deal with y'all. I can check the weapons. I could detain you, which means like a legal arrest at a little bit. And that goes on it could go on your record as a detainment. They could pull up any warrants. I mean, I'm sure they probably don't have all that, but no warrants or nothing. But yeah, man, that's what the Lord's saying is, man, and the scriptures say that. Just agree with your adversary quickly if it makes sense. You know what I mean? And this makes sense. Just move over, man.
Just crunch in. Let's just crunch it a little bit. If we get a couple people.
Now, I'm not talking move 1 foot.
No, here's
you guys.
No, here's what I'm asking you. Go ahead.
We just talked about this.
Yes,
right?
we did.
I'm talking from this point on.
Over.
But I can't listen. But I can't.
6 inches
I
and
can't.
say that's.
Hold on. I can't block the driveway, right? For starters.
You can block the driveway for right now because our van's blocking the driveway. So I'm asking you just to move over so that we can have this conversation
Okay.
from the front to the front.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay? So just everybody just move over this way,
Yes, sir.
and we can have our conversation.
You should be saying to Elder across the hall.
That's good.
All right?
I can get a tape.
Now,
We ain't gotta worry about it. We ain't gonna worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead. Sorry.
Look.
now,
Trying to get the control
I-
back.
what I-
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, yes, bro. Thank you for doing the right thing. Move the camp over. It's crazy, man.
don't understand is if the church is trying to talk about de-escalation and how to talk to different groups so that things don't escalate, so that you could find the likenesses and the differences between the groups.
Yes, sir.
I would think that's a good thing.
No, Sharp, you're exactly right. We're one of the groups that they're talking about de-escalating from, but they, instead of actually coming and engaging us.
Understand your point of view and learn how to conversate.
1,000%.
Okay,
How
so
can
then
how
why
can you
protest?
how can you learn? Well, I'm not protesting anything. How can you learn to engage and de-escalate with me if you won't even come and talk to me? No one has threatened anybody. No one is being hostile. Nobody's heckled anybody.
Because ain't nobody got to talk to your ass. That dude don't have to come and talk to you, man. Because you out in front of his church, he don't want to come and talk to you. That's it. See? Come outside, talk. Come see me. See, that's that gang mindset. Come see me. I'm going to come see you. Come outside and talk to me. He ain't got to prove nothing to you, man. Everybody trying to prove they tough. That dude got a business to run and congregation and church people and money to make. He ain't gonna talk to your ass, man. And y'all embarrassing with the scriptures. You gonna get embarrassed. These pastors don't know what the hell they talking about anyway. But he ain't about to come out there and talk to you. Who's that? IUIC pulled up to Geno Jenkins' church, I think it was. Come outside, pastor. No, when we went outside of Bethel Baptist Church, that's a church my sister used to go to when I was younger. And we was out there to rebuke the McKissick family, which is like the pastor's family and the teachers. But we was out there really just to teach, man. And we know it's a Christian church, we know it's a big church. So we was like, let's go out there to teach the people and fish for the elect amongst their congregation. And if they hear the message, they hear the message. The pastor rolled by, he ain't say nothing to it. He looked at us and called the police over there. The police showed up. They said we was standing in the correct place, so they couldn't bother us. There you go. One of their members left the church, joined our camp. Didn't even know he was in there. All right. There was a guy that came out there and heard us before, and he actually went to that church, and he wasn't supposed to be in there. And the Spirit told us to go outside that church that day. But we was like at least, we would way past 2,000, 5,000 feet away from the church. Congregation coming out, so you can just teach. They're going to hear the word, man. Somebody interested, they fishing. You see that? So they pulling up with hammers and guns. Guns. Standing in front of the church, talking about to come outside and see me. Madness, man. Look at the church. Look, who is that? That's the pastor in there. This is Proverbs 14 and 12, man. I'm gonna end this. Get back to work. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death, man. And there's foolish ways that this guy's following out there wearing baseball caps still, man. The elders keep telling them you're not doing it right. You're wearing your hoodies, teaching with weapons on you, bulletproof vests and all that. Like, what is that? That had nothing. Yahushua wasn't out there like that. He told Peter to keep his sword on him. But that was because they had to travel. And at that time, they were traveling through jungles and woods and all kind of shit. They had to fight animals. So one time he told them, don't bring your purse, don't bring your sword and none of that. This purse was like your bags and money. He said, I'm going to take care of y'all wherever you go. But next time he said, bring your sword and everything. Why? Because you're going to have to travel through jungles and shit like that. Not Philadelphia concrete jungle. But you're going to have to travel through these woods and shit where animals can come out and attack you. When we out here teaching, dealing with people, I don't think it's smart to have a firearm on you and you telling Esau he going into slavery, then he want to fight you or drunk. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, or we telling 2/3 they're gonna perish from being wicked, or LGBT, you know, all these letter movements and shit, and then you got a blast on you and they do the wrong, they argue with you or some shit, and you have no test of persecution or faith because you like, what? Back up! I'll shoot you. That's entering into the realm of provocation. So I'm gonna play this video a little bit more and show this stupidity, man. Hard-headedness, pride. He should have been moved over. He wound up moving over, right? So imagine if he'd have did that 10, 20 minutes ago. He should have already did it. That's called foresight. He should have saw in that moment, like, yeah, I'm gonna have to move over.
It's your question.
Yes, sir.
Were you denied any kind of access or joining this conference?
No, they charge you $250 a ticket.
Okay.
I'm not paying that.
You have a group, right?
Yeah, that's right. And
Well,
group prices
have
are
the
even
group,
higher.
have the group chip in and send representatives to this meeting. I don't understand what the problem is there.
The issue is, you know, they want to talk about us, but they don't want to talk to us. We simply are here to.
Yeah, he can't be worrying about the church's money when he making money off the Bible too. Zakari. Y'all making money off the Bible too.
Have a conversation. In the meantime, we're gonna have a conversation amongst ourselves. That's all. You know. It's ridiculous to me. This is a conference building full of grown men of color who can't come and engage other grown men of color who simply all believe in the Holy Bible. That's all we're doing, right? Again, we're not heckling anybody. We haven't threatened anybody. We haven't said, hey, we're about to try to rush the door. You know what I mean? We're just here. We want our presence to be known that we are here and we are free and able to talk.
You better not say you about to rush the door. It ain't gonna happen. You know, we're not saying that. You're not gonna say that. We could be saying that you're not gonna say that in Philadelphia. You ain't wrestling no doors in Philadelphia. You might not even bring that up. We're not out here saying that. Right, because you can go to jail or you can get shot up there, man. We're not saying we're gonna rush these doors. You damn sure ain't.
If they're willing to talk. If not, we're going to have the conversation amongst ourselves for a couple hours, and then we're going to go about our day.
All right, I'm going to relay that message because our captain is contacting internal affairs.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
The last thing you guys want is a bunch of them out of here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He said, well, I'm going to go relay the message because the captain has contacted internal affairs and they're ready to look into those weapons. He said, you don't want that. So I'm going to try to go relay the message. He still didn't move the hell over yet. Hard-headed, man. This is like, I lost a lot of respect for that camp, man. I started gaining a little respect for them, you know, because of their character. But the scripture said, "Be no respecter of persons." You know what I mean? And they're pushing, but they're pushing in sincerity, but they're sincerely wrong on a lot of things. Sakari, the camp. Even the way they handled them young brothers back in the day with this guy here, when he punched the dude in the face, the little young dude in the face. It's just bullshit, man. He should have moved over.
And obviously, we don't want to see that either.
1,000%.
Another thing I would ask is, you know, we're out here in front of a church. You guys professing to be men of God and all that.
Yes, sir.
What's the cause of the weapons?
I mean, they're at the church. They got weapons.
Is, we're out here in front of a church. You guys professing to be men of God and all that.
Yes, sir.
What's the cause of the weapons?
I mean, they're at the...
Yo, out here, you got claim to be men of God. You're supposed to be men of faith. What's the cause of the weapons? This dude gonna say, well, they're out here. They got security, because they got a facility to uphold for little degenerates that want to show up outside their door with guns. They got to have some type of guns, or people. They got money transactions going on in them buildings. They got to have security for their buildings. But a true prophet of the Lord, our security is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai when we're doing the Lord's work. When you live in your everyday life and you walking around the streets and you just going to work protecting your household, you should have a firearm. Maybe when you get in the car, you have a firearm or something like that. When you're out there teaching, this is a spiritual thing, man. The cop said the same thing that elders just said to him. See, the Lord speaks in many ways. It's echoed to him. See? See? You know? He said it. We've heard this. If y'all know this truth, then the situation that's going on between Sakari and the elders GMS. They've been saying it. We've been saying it. If you claim to be a man of the Lord, what does guns have to do with the Lord's work? You know what I'm saying? What would that do? Imagine if Paul had a gun on him and he had to go to Rome because he was a Roman and he can go to teach there. And he knew that that was his last stop because he was warned about it by the angels. And he knew that he was going to get killed there. What do you think Sakari and them would have did? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. But I'm just saying the mindset. See, forgot why we're here. You know, we're thankful that we don't have to give our life the way Yahweh Shai had to, but we reflect that. And some of us wish we could give our life the way Yahweh Shai did. You know, that was the most glorious thing somebody can do, is give their life for the nation of Israel, man. That's what Yahweh Shai did. So we could be righteous and the world to be fixed and put in order. So we're moving that same spirit, presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice. All right, the cop asked him a beautiful question. If you claim to be a man of God, and you're out in front of a church, man, you ain't out in front of no damn trap house. Why are you out here with guns?
Church, they got weapons.
Security for an event.
Yeah, at a church.
It's security for
Right.
an event.
You are not security for the church.
But I need security.
But you have a security.
So now we know. Now we know. Now we know. Now we know why that camp has the weapons, so they can secure and protect Al-Azhar. You said it, buddy. You said it. That's why they got the weapons. He said, I need security. That was a good move, man. That was a good move, man.
They're at a church, they got weapons.
Security for an event.
Yeah, at a church.
Okay.
Right?
You are not security for the church.
But I need security.
But you understand.
Hold on.
Listen,
Listen, fine. Don't look at us in that.
I'm just asking a question.
Okay, so doing what I do, evangelizing in the streets, there's been attempts made on my life personally.
Man, get the fuck out of here. This bullshit. There's attempts made on a lot of our lives out here, man. It's certain brothers, they have people riding by shooting at them. What you gonna do? Shoot? Yeah, you could try to shoot back. Yeah. But my thing is this, man. The elders don't need that type of protection. And look how long they've been in this truth, man. It's about how you handle yourself. Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. The best fighters know what? To walk away from situations. You know, how to control the situation. That's the art of war. You know, so this is, man, he said, yo, I need protection. There's been personal attempts on my life. Hey, hold on. Hold on. Just shut the fuck up. There's been personal, you here to protect me. Shut up. There's been personal attempts on my life, officer. I'm an evangelist. What about the rest of the damn camp, man? The hell?
Right? I've had so many empty.
See. This is that gang mobster mindset. He the mob boss and they the goons.
Clip on me in the street for teaching the Bible. Simple,
That's
right? Right?
I'm not saying it didn't.
No, I know.
That's
Saying. No, that's what I'm saying. So after that, you know, we understand that we're going to utilize our Second Amendment to defend and protect ourselves if any threat like that ever comes at us. But we're just here to talk about it. We're not here. We're definitely here to hurt nobody.
Okay, but
So he said, if you out there, which is fair, you know, nobody should be pulling weapons out on you and guns on you and thinking they can harm you. That's like saying a woman can smack you in the face. You know, that shouldn't be allowed. Somebody, just because you're out here teaching the Bible, nobody should be able to come up and pull a gun on you. You know, you not be able to do anything back. But the Lord said this. Let me get this real quick. All right, so we know the scriptures say be peaceable with all men, but you're gonna run into some knuckleheads, you know, some dangerous people. But you'll see that you know, you might have some scuffles, some skirmishes here and there, but usually people don't pull out weapons on you. You know, you out there teaching, man. If they do, we trust that the Lord going to steer their mind the way the Lord is steering the minds of Putin, or have those people get caught up in something before they even get back to you. What type of faith do these people have, man? They say rather be caught with it than without it. That's that mindset. But most of the people I know or have known in Philadelphia that have gotten killed, they had guns on them. So that theory doesn't really work. Being caught with it instead of without it, because the theory in Philadelphia is, or the philosophy in Philadelphia is, the drop is the law. I mean, if somebody got the drop on you, you done. You know. And he set himself up for this right here, man. And his whole message is distorted now. He should have went out there and just moved over, like the cop said, and taught the word. Now they looking at the guns, they looking at this and that. So look, man, this is what we're here for. We're here for this persecution. We're here not to bring persecution upon ourselves for weapons. We're supposed to bring the persecution upon ourselves for the name of Yahushua. Not for standing in front of a church trying to argue, telling them to come outside. Being persecuted for the name of the Lord. Doing this thing correctly at all costs, man. I don't care if I got to stand on one little tiny island on the corner somewhere and teach. I'm going to be out there with a damn projector so I can project my voice. A megaphone at that point. Be a thorn in these people's side, not cause a confrontation. 2 Corinthians 4 and 7. All right, I'm going to cut this card back on so I can. But we have this treasure. It says, for Yahweh, verse 6. For Yahweh, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh in the face of Yahushua. See, we've been blessed and given grace to understand this knowledge, man, and to be able to carry this knowledge around the world and teach it, even through the internet. Not but if you're a man of God, if somebody got, Like this officer, man, he looked like, yo, if you're a man of God, you wouldn't be acting like that. And he got to be respected, because look how these officers acting around this cop. They're not acting scared of him. They looking at him like he's sharp. They know he's sharp. He got the same energy like Elder Pastor Hart. Meaning common sense. And y'all know I ain't tripping. Alright? So 2 Corinthians 4:7, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of Yahweh and not of us. It's not about us, man. It's about the power of the Lord. This dude out here trying to, you defend your own rights on another time. Well, all the time. But when you going out to, what they say, rights are like muscles. If you don't use them, you lose them. Well, if you want to exercise your rights in a display with our firearms, you have that. Let that be your focus. Like you're going out and you got signs about firearms. That's a whole nother argument. But when you out here teaching the Lord's word, it's supposed to be about Him and not about us. Officer, where you need me to stand? Over here? Got you. I'm gonna go over here. I'm in public, right? So I'm gonna go right over here. You know, I ain't gonna be in front of their doorway teaching. But I'm gonna give them that fire from over here, though. And you too. You going to slavery if you you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're there for. Instead of trying to prove whatever he's trying to prove right here, man. So now they're talking about weapons. But the power is supposed to be about Yahweh, not of us. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. See, we ain't stressed. We know we troubled out here, but we ain't stressed because we know the Lord got us out here, man. And the way you move, you know. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Yeah, we run into issues. You get persecuted. You may get some people threaten you, but you're okay. You made it through. You might have been shot or something. I heard he was shot before he got in the truth. But now you're in the truth. That paranoia should be gone. Well, I don't know if that'll ever be gone, but they shouldn't have to be out there with weapons to protect you. I would never put this camp here in jeopardy like that. I'm the head of this camp. I would never put them in jeopardy telling them to bring firearms, which they'd get a case for the rest of their life and their family wouldn't see them no more just to protect me. No, we can protect each other, meaning like don't let nobody get too close to each other. Don't let nobody break up the camp by walking through the camp, try to stop them. Don't let nobody just come and eat our food and shit like that. You know, don't let nobody creep up behind somebody in the camp. Sometimes we don't let each other speak alone with somebody. I mean, if somebody talking to me, another brother might walk up, and vice versa. You know what I mean? If they talking, I'm gonna walk up. If they talking to somebody about scriptures. All right. But to say, hey man, bring your weapon, man. Make sure they locked and loaded because we going to the north side today. It's like, yo, what? The Martin Luther King Boulevard. We'll teach our people. They don't act right. You already know. Make no sense, man. So we are persecuted, but not forsaken, cast down, but not destroyed. Always bearing about in the body the dying of Yahweh Shai. See, we're supposed to bear that. The same sacrifice that he did, we're supposed to carry that. In the same manner. My children, my family know once I go out that door, I'm going to fight to the teeth and make sure I'm on point. But this is my weapon right here. This is my best weapon I can have. And faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. And in that day, these people are going to see that the best weapon we could have under Yahweh Shem Shai is our mind. Because that's what he's going to elevate. When we have spiritual powers someday. See, this shows lack of faith, man, having to be out there with the guns. I was like, yo, look, go put that shit in the car. Let's do this work. The cop like, yo, you're a man of God. Why you don't, come on, man. Why y'all here with the guns? All right? I'm going to read this. Oh, for which we live, for which we live, for we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahweh Shai's sake. die for this truth, man. I'm gonna go out shooting. You know, on the average day, yeah, you know. But if you out there teaching and somebody's come up, you know, pull out a firearm, I don't want to have a gun on me at that point, man. It'll be a blessing. Like Abba Bivens, God rest his soul, Yahweh rest his spirit, man. Bless him. I've learned over time that he went out of this earth in the same way. You know, if I'm wrong, it's cool. You know, I don't mind. But I was told over time, I think I heard it from the elders, that he had got taken out by some alleged Muslims, Arab or something like that. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, you know, it's all good. But imagine if he had a gun on him. You know, he would get down and box some of the people, he'd fight them. But to shoot somebody, man, and take their life, we're not murderers. You can shoot somebody in self-defense, but we out here to what? If it's for Yahweh Shai, we should be willing to give our life the way he did. And the Lord said we don't have to, though. You know, always bearing about in the body the dying of Yahweh Shai, that the life also of Yahweh Shai might be made manifest in our body. See, not only his death but also our life. For we which are always delivered unto death for Yahweh Shai's sake. Right? Paul was put in the arena with animals. He had to fight bears and lions and shit. Put in prisons and all that. Sakari like, yeah, I had threats on my life and I gotta be protected. Like, man, what the fuck? Excuse my language. It says, so then death worketh in us, but life in you. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak, knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahweh Shai shall raise us up also by Yahweh Shai and shall present us with you. That's why we don't fear death. We're not paranoid out here. You know? For all things are for your sakes. See, that's why we're here, for the elect's sake, man. We do it all for the elect's sake. Where you want me to move over to, officer? I'll move over here, man, because I'm trying to get this message to Yahweh Shai's people. Not in front of this church, though. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of Yahweh. That's what the goal is, to give glory to Yahweh. I go out here and battle some pastor because he said my damn name. I battle you online and I'm moving on to the next topic. That's what we learned from our elders. On to the next one. That's what your elder pastor always say. On to the next one. He's not about to pull up in front of some church. Alright, this ain't the time for that. So, for which cause we faint not, see? We don't want to faint in doing the work. But though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day, man. For our light affliction, it's a light affliction, man. I had threats on my life, you know. We all do. Shit, I don't even talk about it, but yeah, we all had threats in our damn life. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Alright? While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. You gotta have faith, man, that angels, scripture say angels are around you to protect your person. You don't need the brother to have guns. The scripture say what? The angels of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him. That's what he should have been saying. I don't need weapons, officer. That's why y'all got the weapons. And that's why the angels are out here. You know, I'm stepping into this work for Yahweh Hashem Shai. He gonna give us everything we need as far as his work. But when I clock out from teaching and I go home and I'm an Israelite there too, I protect my family with whatever weapons. I walk around, travel. Not saying me, I'm saying anybody. You travel around with whatever weapons you may need and such. Being out there teaching, you got your firearm on you, you're going to wind up shooting somebody and catching a case. Or they can send an agent provocateur up there and give you a damn murder charge and a RICO on the whole camp. That's what type of shit he playing with. And that officer like, yo, you don't want to go down this route. This is Philly. Keep saying it, man. It's different. This is James 1:20. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh. See, we out here to work the righteousness of Yahweh. Do this thing right. Now out here trying to work our own wrath. I'll bring wrath on you. I dare you to say something. I'll be fire with fire. Do that in the boxing ring. You know? Become a damn police officer or some shit. You want to shoot your gun. That's that gang mentality, man. Alright, that's a setup. It's a trap. You go out in front of a church, first thing they're going to do is say they got guns. Alright, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh, man. So you can't point and say that the church got weapons. The church throwing an event. They're going to have security, armed guards. Well, I'm an event. Narcissist, man. I'm an evangelist. What the hell? Y'all hear this, yeah? Look at this dude, man. Shoot, man. Alright, so what did the Lord tell Peter, man? He told him in the book of John, he told him, I'm not going to get it, but he told him, he said, what? Put up, matter of fact, let me see if I can get it real quick. Alright, it says John 18:10. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew, well, I'm going to go here. Here you go. John 18:5. This is around the Passover, you know. This is the Passover's coming up. So this is the time to start thinking about this and getting our house in order, getting our minds in order for what's coming. And what the Lord requires of us and what mindset to be in. You know? John 18:5. Then answered him Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahushua said unto them, I am he. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with him. See that? That's when Judas brought those guards and also with the Roman troops with him to Yahushua. And they said, point him out. You know, and now it says, he said, I am he. And he said, and another scripture says when Yahushua said that, the guards flew back like the force hit them. As soon then as he said unto them, I am he, there you go right here, they went backwards and fell to the ground. That's like the force. And that same one that has that same force, Yahushua, he's out in the heavens right now. On the throne, ruling under Yahweh. And he's with us, man. It says, so they fell back on the ground, like the force hit them. We'll be able to do that someday. That's the type of faith we gotta have. Then asked he them again, whom seek ye? And they said, Yahushua of Nazareth. They didn't want him to say it. He said, you want me to say it again? Who you looking for? They're like, Yahushua of Nazareth. Don't say. That the saying might be fulfilled, which he spake of them, which thou gavest me, I have lost none. See? Yahushua don't want to lose nobody. He don't want you out there giving your life, you know, out there with weapons and bringing drama to yourself so you can murder somebody or kill somebody and then you be going on a run for the rest of your life. He didn't tell us to be bandits and vagabonds like Esau. Yeah, you're going to have a firearm or you're going to have a sword or a knife or something. But you really don't even need that. Smart. Lord with you. But it's cool to have it. not when you out there teaching. You know, certain jobs you can't go into when you're working. You can't have it on you. And this is one of them. How wish I told Peter that. There you go. Check this out. It says here. 10. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and smote the high priest's servant and cut his ear off, man. The servant's name was Malchus. And guess what? Can you imagine what would have happened to Peter if Yahushua would have let them go on with what he was trying to do? See? Alazar would let one of y'all kill somebody out there. Yahushua wouldn't let you do that. You can protect each other. And that's your head of your camp. You want to protect them and defend them. And you see how ISUPK, they be like, back up, back. They trained to do it. Training to do that. You know, if y'all brothers, you're going to protect each other. But when it comes to guns, we ain't out here to shoot nobody, man. We supposed to be prophets and preachers. Man of the Lord. Sheep, looking for mercy, looking for forgiveness. Somebody break into your house, yeah, you take their head off. Somebody try to hurt you or your family, yeah, you take their head off. They try to hurt you and your brother, you protect them. But if they try to take your brother's life, you take their head off. But if you're out there teaching, you might have to take that L, man. And at this point, I don't believe the Lord will let you take an L if you're standing for Him correctly. We might be persecuted, we might be martyred. That's part of the work. So, and it says here, Simon Peter cut off Malchus' ear. Then said Yahushua unto Peter, put up thy sword into thy sheath, man. The cup which my Father have given me, shall I not drink it? All right. So the scriptures say what? Those that live by the sword shall die by the same, man. Right. 2 Ezra 16:75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, man. Don't be afraid, man. You ain't gotta be scared. A lot of these tough guys have fear, man. That's why they be, moving like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Fear is a good quality to have, but a lot of people when they're out in the woods, you can either be scared the whole time, sitting with your gun, sleep at night, you've been shot somebody you love by mistake, out of paranoia and fear, or you can just wait for it, prepare, and if things happen, then you move against it. But being out there with weapons and guns on them in the middle of teaching, that shows fear and paranoia. He just admitted it. They're out here to protect me. They ain't supposed to be sharp shooters. They're supposed to be sharp in the scriptures, man. Alright. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide, man. Do you believe that, though? Do you believe? Alright. So, and the Lord said, what? There you go. Get this one. I gotta get this one. 2 Corinthians 10:4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. This is our warfare. This is our battle. In our battle, we don't need the weapons and the guns. But mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. That's what we out here to do. You ain't pulling down no stronghold with a gun, unless you a damn law enforcement or some shit, or military, trying to pull down another country. You ain't pulling down no damn stronghold that we battling against. You ain't pulling down no church stronghold with your guns. It don't make sense. And this cop trying to tell him that, just like Elder Apostle Tahar was trying to tell him, and the elders, Apostle Gabar and Ryan Lab, et cetera, et cetera.
No, I know what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. So after that, we understand that we're going to utilize our Second Amendment to defend and protect ourselves if any threat like that ever comes at us. But we're just here to talk about it. We're definitely here to hurt nobody.
Okay, but you do realize that when you show up to an event to protest something, security-wise or not, that presents somewhat of a threat, right? The way it looks. It's perceived.
That's,
okay?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, man. If I show up outside your house and I got guns on me, that's what it's gonna look like. You're like, I'm just a spiritual man. I'm an evangelist. You know what I mean? That ain't what you look like. With this baseball cap on and this hoodie and fire guns and goons around you.
I'm with you 1,000%.
Now, I'm not saying anything has anything to do with that. I'm just saying it's how it's perceived.
Definitely.
So, if you want to be perceived in a better way, I would suggest that stuff be more concealed versus open, right? Makes sense to me.
I'm with you.
All right, so I'm going to make my phone call.
Yes, sir.
I'll be back to talk with you. I just need you guys to stay at least where you're at right now.
Okay.
All right. I did ask for a little bit further, but I'm willing to bend.
If you can give us this, I appreciate you, Greg.
I can do that. I can do that. I will be back in a minute. I just had to call my captain from the car. And,
Okay.
I talked to you. Do you guys have any other questions that maybe I can answer before I talk to him? So I kind of get the feeling that they're going to end up coming out here anyway and speaking to you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
What exactly is your group?
We're called Sakari.
Sakari?
Yes, sir, Sakari.
Okay, and what is the belief of your group?
We're Hebrew Israelites.
Okay. Okay. Let me give them a call.
Okay, so I appreciate you.
All right.
You see what he's doing? That's why some people be saying that this dude an agent, which I don't think he is. You know what I mean? But I get it. That's where it could be perceived. Because now, what Sakari and them is doing is, all the other Israelite camps in Philly, they might get a shakedown now. Cause the cops might pull up. Y'all with Sakari? Y'all them Hebrew Israelites, y'all got weapons on you? See that? Well, we don't all believe that. We don't all believe in being out there teaching with weapons on, guns and shit like that. This dude, man.
Thanks for coming. Oh, I'm not going anywhere yet. You guys are probably going to see a bunch of us for a while.
Yeah. See, he drew in that attention now. And the captain might pull up. I don't know if he did. I may check the rest of the video, but that was bullshit, man. He could have handled that way better. You know what I mean? It shows, man, guilty by association. Anybody calling themselves a Hebrew Israelite, they gonna think we got guns on us now because of this guy in his camp. You might get a shakedown, and they might say, "What camp you with?" You know. So yeah, man. With that, I'm gonna end it. And don't be like this guy, man. Be more humble. Be willing to compromise, like move over and shit. He wouldn't have had all this heat on him. Now they're gonna run him through the system. They're gonna be watching him, which they already are watching us. But you don't want to give him more reason to. Like I be telling certain people, don't be all over the internet telling them, yeah, we're gonna cut you people here. We're gonna do all this to you. And the kingdom, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. You know, DTA, all that shit. Well, look. Now they locking people up for their posts on Instagram and TikTok, Facebook and shit like that. Like threats and shit. And one of the brothers up in Philly, he had an FBI agent go to his house when I tried to warn him years ago. He listened now, man, I'm a brother. But he was on there, he was, you first come in the truth, and you want everybody to know, and you like, yeah, you going to slavery. You snapping all over the internet, keyboard monster. All y'all, But the next thing, he said the FBI agent showed up at his house. He chilled after that. He still rebuked people, but it's a certain, you gotta have a why. It wisened him up. And this right here should wisen this dude up, man. The cop told him, like, yo, if you're gonna be, what does the guns got to do with it, man? And why are you out here in front of this man's church? So I'm gonna end it there, man. Be wise out here, y'all. And don't be prideful. You can challenge the police as far as according to the law. You standing for your I think it's Second Amendment right? Right to bear arms, I think it is. When you do that separately from teaching. I'm saying? And when you're teaching out there, be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. Be wise as serpents, harmless as doves, and be circumspect. You know, because the devil is lurking about, seeking whom they may devour, waiting for somebody to slip. And look at it. He said, you're gonna be seeing a bunch of us for a few minutes, for a little while. All right. See, I want to be the cool guy. It was nonsense, man. Boo.